Hello. Today's video addresses an issue I have been asked about several times regarding the seller's temporary residential lease. When a seller is going to hold possession of the property after closing, the contract directs you and TREC reminds you to use the seller's temporary residential lease. The challenge with its use, however, is to always remember that if the seller's temporary residential lease is signed for the sole purpose of giving the seller a few days after closing to move out, and then the closing date has to be extended for any reason, you will also have to amend the termination date under the temporary lease. There is no automatic extension under the temporary lease when the closing date is extended. Many a seller has been caught off guard when the closing has been extended by amendment, but the lease was overlooked. The seller is contractually obligated to the lease terms, and if that date of termination has passed, the seller either has to move out by closing or pay the holdover rate. As an alternative, if the temporary lease is being executed to provide the seller time to move out after closing, as opposed to covering a gap period between the sale and when the seller can move into his new place, then you might consider writing under paragraph 3 of the temporary lease that the contract terminates 2 days after closing and funding of the contract at 5 p.m. 2 or 3 days is your choice. But it is critical to put a specific time in to avoid misinterpretation as to morning or evening of the second day, or someone taking the literal interpretation as to being 2 days after the exact time of closing and funding. Thank you for watching and listening. Allegiance is here to help you. I look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you.